Hi there, I'm Surang from Englishman. ඉතින් මම සුරංග ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් වලින් අද පුංචි වීඩියෝ එක චුට්ටක් වෙනස් පැත්තකට යන එකක්. ඒ තමයි ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න try කරලා හරියන්නේ නැති. කතා කරගන්න බැරි. ඉස්කෝලේ වලත් ගිහිල්ලා ඩිප්ලෝමාස් කරලා නොඑක් දේවල් කරලා මේ කතාව කටට එන්නේ නැති ඉංග්‍රීසි ගැන නම් කතා කරන්න එපා කියලා හිතන කට්ටියට මේ ඉංග්‍රීසි කතනේට එහෙම නැත්නම් ඉංග්‍රීසි පිළිබඳව කිසියම් ආකාරයක හොඳ පුහුණුවක් ලබා ගන්න හොඳ පරිචයකට එන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඒගොල්ලන්ට බලන්න තමයි මම මේ වීඩියෝ එක කරන්නේ. නැත්නම් මාත් සමග දැන්ට රැඳිලා ඉන්න කණ්ඩායම් total immersion වලට ගිහිල්ලා මුළුමනින් ඉංග්‍රීසියේ ගිලිලි ඉවරලා ඒගොල්ලෝ සෑහෙන තැනකට දැන් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා ගොඩාක් අය. ඒ කමෙන්ට්ස් වලින් මම වීඩියෝ එකක් හදලා ඔබට පෙන්නන්නම් තේරුම් ගන්න. නමුත් අද මේ වීඩියෝ එක කරන්නේ මගේ ඒ පරණ අයට නෙමෙයි විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ අලුත් කට්ටියට. ඒකින්ද පරණ අය මේක නොබැලුවට කමක් නෑ ලොකුවට. අලුත් අයට ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට රින්ගන්නේ කොහොමද කියන අයිඩියා එක හිතේ තියාගෙන ඉන්න කට්ටියට. බේත එකයි එක පෙත්තයි total immersion. මුළුමනින්ම ඉංග්‍රීසි වල නිමග්න වෙන්න ඕනේ. මිනිස්සු එක්ක කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්, ඉන්ටරැක්ෂන්ස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම බැරි නම් පොත් බලන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම බැරි නම් ඉංග්‍රීසි වීඩියෝස් වලට සවන් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ද මුළුමනින්ම ඉංග්‍රීසි වීඩියෝස් වලට හොඳේ. නිකන් සිංහල ඉංග්‍රීසි අනේවට නෙමෙයි. ඉතින් ඒවට කමක් නැහැ ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඒ වයින්ුත් ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන් භාෂාව. නමුත් ඔබට ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් හිතලා දෙයක් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ ටෝටල් වලට ආපුහම. ඒකෙන්ද ගොඩාක් ඉංග්‍රීසි බෑයි කියලා හිතන අයට ඒගොල්ලන්ට බැරි නෑ. එහෙම හිතන අයට මම මේ වීඩියෝ එක අද කරන්නේ ටෝටල් ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින්. දැන් ඔබ බලන්න ඔබේ මට්ටමට ඔබ හිතුවට මේ ඔබට ඉංග්‍රීසි අමාරුයි කියලා මම මේ කියන එක තේරෙන්නේ නැද්ද කියලා. මම මේ කියා දෙන්න හදන්නේ කොහොමද අපි ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න? කොහොමද total immersion වලට එන්නේ කියන කතන්දරේ. හරි එහෙනම් අපි යන් බලන්න මේ කතන්දරේට. ඔබ කොහොමද ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ? ඔබ මොනවද මුලින් තේරුම් ගන්න ඕනේ කියන එක පිළිබඳව ඉතා කෙටි වීඩියෝ එක. Now when you think about English language මම ගොඩක් slow මේක කරන්නේ බොහොම හිමින් කරන්නේ ඔබට තේරෙනවා ඇති. ඉතින් ඒකින්ද ඔබට තේරුම් ගන්න ලොකු අපහසුතාවයක් කෙන එකක් නැහැ. වෙනදා වීඩියෝස් වලට වැඩිය මම slow කරලායි කතා කරන්නේ. So when you think about English language, you know what English is? Say, English language is a foreign language. Not our mother tongue, our second language, a foreign tongue we can call it. So mother tongue is okay, it's quite easy. For example, I'm Sinhala guy. So Sinhala is very good. I like Sinhala because I'm fluent in Sinhala. So therefore I can use Sinhala anywhere at any moment. But when you think about English, you find that it does not come naturally. That is your problem. When you want to talk to other people, English does not come. Yeah, that is your problem. Why is that? If we just think about a Nescafe machine. When you think about a Nescafe machine, if there is no Nescafe powder in the machine, you know what Nescafe machine is? You have seen Nescafe machines. In the Nescafe machine, if you think that there is no Nescafe powder, you cannot make hot Nescafe to drink. If there is no sugar, the Nescafe coming out is not sugary. Yeah. So very first thing is you have to put sort of Nescafe powder into Nescafe machine. There is a chamber, there is a room. You can place Nescafe inside the Nescafe machine, you know that. But when it comes to spoken language, what is this? What do we mean by Nescafe? Now I'm speaking. English words are coming out. It is English words that come out. English words are sounds. They are basically stored in my mind or brain, in my memory. Memory is what we can remember. Oh, yeah, yesterday I had sort of, yeah, sort of rice. So I can remember that. The things that I ate yesterday, had for my dinner, I can remember. So that is memory. We can think about what we have done and our past experiences and things like that. So English is coming out. So English is stored in, that's just like a library, in your head, in your memory, in the brain. So spoken language is a sound system. So what should be stored in this? We have to store sounds. To get sounds out, so to drag sound from the mouth, you have to store it in the brain. How can you? When you read a paper, do you think that it has sounds? No. To store sound in your brain, in your head, you have to send sound through your ears. These are ears, you know that. Through ears, sound should go in. The sound going in to your brain is stored, is kept, is there, so that you can take it out. A very little percentage. Everything that goes into your head is not stored. Everything is not stored. Lot of things that we are listening to, or we hear, they vanish. We forget everything. But however, one point is, what comes out of your mouth is what you have stored in your brain. So therefore, sound should go in. My question is, what are you listening to? When you're learning English, what are you listening to? You are listening to Sinhala, or you are listening to English, or you are listening to mixture. If you are listening to Sinhala, then what is stored is Sinhala. We know Sinhala. We don't want Sinhala. If you use the mixture, so for example, if I teach you using basically Sinhala, the main language is Sinhala, the language of instruction, medium of instruction, if it is Sinhala, what goes into your head is Sinhala. As English is difficult, we learn a bit of English, but we remain in Sinhala. We are thinking in Sinhala. So more and more Sinhala if goes in, and a little amount of English goes in with that, you don't learn English language. I mean, English sound does not go into your head. That is the problem. So if I am explaining everything in Sinhala, I think අද හිතවතුනේ අපි දැන් මේ කතා කරන්න යන්නේ simple present tense ගැන. එතකොට simple present tense වලදී අපිට පුළුවන් මේ පුරුද්දක් ගැන කතා කරන්න. එතකොට පුරුද්දක් කියන්නේ habit එකක්. What are you listening to? You are listening to Sinhala. So the sounds go into your head is Sinhala. So it is registered. Already we know Sinhala. So then there is no reason why English should come out. When always Sinhala is going into your head, Sinhala is coming. If you use Nestea in the Nescafe machine, what you produce, what you make is Nestea. If you have Nescafe in the Nescafe machine, what you produce is Nescafe. Our people try to put Nestea in the Nescafe machine and try to make Nescafe. Inside it is Nestea, We are trying to produce Nescafe, sending Nestea into the machine, and we are trying to make Nescafe coffee. And we find that Nescafe is not coming, so we become really upset. Oh, we send a lot and lot and lot and lot. We learned a lot of English, but we can't speak. So that is the really the point, the reason why you cannot speak English. So, single reason. Thinking that you are learning English, you think, I'm learning English, but you are listening to Sinhala. That is the problem. So therefore, somehow you have to find a way to listen to English language. Maybe for the first time, it is difficult for us to go to people and talk to them. How are you? And things like that. If we cannot converse, we don't like to do that. But before doing that, we can practice English language at home with today's majestic technology, wonderful technology, internet. You can see people speak everywhere in the world. If you like British or receive pronunciation or BBC sort of pronunciation and American things or any dialect, whatever the language is different. They are available in the internet. So therefore, my first point is you should somehow be exposed to, you should go into English. That is why we call total immersion. Immersion is going into. I'm totally immersed in air. Why? Why should I say totally immersed? Going into. If I drop a stone near a water body, the stone goes into water. If the stone can see, he would find everywhere it is water. That is total immersion. There can be partial immersed. Immersion can be partial, half. Just like a rubber ball. If you put a rubber ball into water, it is partially immersed. One part is immersed. Maybe most of the rubber ball is above the water level. That is how we learn English. The great part of the bowl is in air, a little amount goes into water. We learn Sinhala and little bit of English. So we cannot learn that little bit of English because of Sinhala. So therefore, somehow you should go to a place or to a teacher maybe, to websites or whatever, where you can hear the English language. That is what we call total immersion. So the good news is that now it can be done very easily. You can do it very easily today with this thing called internet. When we were going to school, when we were schooling, we had only radio, no TVs even. So then the time has changed the world so that you can learn language effectively in a very good way. So that is it. So total immersion is important. So the thinking in English. My next point is thinking in English. If you think in English, you can speak in English. If you cannot think in English, thinking in English is not a big thing. But when I am doing this thing, generally I don't see sort of singular words. I don't feel that I have a lot of singular in my mind. So they disappear. Singular words disappear. I'm not translating so immersion, gilima. No. I don't think about the gilima, immersion. So if I'm trying to think about Sinhala and trying to translate it into English, that would be a big problem. Translation method is really a good thing. Translation is really a good thing. But if we want to speak for that particular thing, translation is not effective, it is not good. For example, when you think about small kids, our small kids, they speak Sinhala. Do you think that they have learned grammar? Do you think that they are translating things? They have nothing to translate. They have only one language. They have picked up that particular language by total immersion, using the total immersion. They are totally immersed in Sinhala. Now you understand what happens when we use predominantly, basically, mainly Sinhala in teaching English. You learn English, that's it. No problem. If I teach you present perfect tense using Sinhala language, you learn present perfect tense. You can go to tests, examinations, you can pass the examination. But you cannot open your mouth and expect English to come out. Because you have stored Sinhala. Grammar rules and everything is okay. We are not talking, we are not speaking grammar rules. We speak the general language, it does not come. So therefore, I think people, guys, who think that English is really, really difficult, by listening to this video, you would find English is not that difficult. Your vocabulary is not so bad. Your vocabulary is really good. To start learning English through English. Total immersion is easy. You would think that for total immersion you should have a very big vocabulary. No. If you have understood at least 1/3 means if you cut this into 3 parts, and if you have understood only one part of the 3 parts, your English is good. Because you are listening to total English, complete English. The sad fact is, as we have learned English using mainly, basically Sinhala, even the teachers have become people using continuously Sinhala language to teach English, what they have experienced. So then, most probably, that particular flow, that particular way, that particular spoken ability, the capacity is not there. Probably, yeah. Therefore, that's what's happening. I thought of giving you the chance to, giving you the opportunity to think about, to go into total immersion. I learnt English totally immersed in a way. My teacher used Sinhala and my teacher used English. When he was teaching, at times he used Sinhala, at times he used completely English. Total immersion. So we were totally immersed when learned. So we realized, we understood, total immersion is a thing. So therefore, you should somehow think about total immersion. And you will be able to pick up this language easily. So if you think this video is useful, valuable, give us a like, press the bell icon so that you receive my videos when I upload them, and share the video, and most importantly, comment. If you like total immersion videos, I can make total immersion videos for the beginners. I'm going to do that definitely for the beginners. That is, maybe this is the very first time you are listening to totally a program totally going in English. If it is so, congratulations. Bye.